Welcome back to a brand new video, man. This your boy Daniel back again with a brand new video. Don't know people, wagwan, or is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. The Friday, don't know. We're going into the weekend for the Premier League weekend. Don't know people the usual. I'm here to give my reaction for the games that are coming up over the weekend and etc. People, don't forget, smash a like on the video if you love the content. Thanks for the support. Don't forget as well, subscribe to the channel. You don't know people, but we're gonna get into it now. For the Premier League, there's the big one over the weekend. Arsenal against Manchester City. Big match. This game is gonna play on Sunday, but I'm gonna give my reaction for this game first. Both teams coming in this game um, after the Champions League midweek. Strange. Arsenal have lost away to Lens, and Man City have won away to Leipzig. But the previous Premier League game, Arsenal have won and Man City have lost. Strange. I think Arsenal gonna be missing Saka and Man City. You know the usual players that is out for Man City already. Kevin De Bruyne, and I think Rodri is gonna be suspended as well. So I don't know what to expect from this game. Seriously, I don't think any team have the edge. I think both teams is coming in this game and they're a little struggling a little bit. I think Arsenal might be have a little edge over Man City right now, and plus they're gonna be at home. This gonna be top title challenge, top match for the season, one of the biggest match of the season so far. And as I said, Man City, they have not really looked 100% this season, but they're still able to get wins. Haaland having really banging in goals like he was doing last season. I think Alvarez have take over for him right now. Daku, he have come in, look really good. He scored midweek as well. And yeah, I just think this game might be one of those games where it just 1-1, both teams just count out each other. So my prediction for this game, I'm gonna go 1-1 Arsenal Man City. Yeah. And yeah. So we're gonna move on to another game. Manchester United versus Brentford at home. United in a poor form. They lose again midweek in the Champions League. Brentford, they draw their last game in the Premier League. So United have been in terrible form. They need to win this game again, just like I said last week when they played Crystal Palace. They need to win that game, and they lost that game against Crystal Palace. They lost the game in the Champions League. Brentford have been having a weird season. They've been lacking goals up front. They miss Ivan Toney. So I would say this game probably gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a high draw, 2-2 draw. Cause Manu is struggling defensively. They look very open up at back. Brentford on the other end, they're very good on set piece. So they can give Manu a trouble on the set piece. But I don't think they're gonna be good defensively neither. So I think it's gonna be a draw at Old Trafford. I think, and this is gonna be another disappointment result for United and Ten Hag, and he's under a lot of pressure. So I think this is gonna be another draw. I think this game gonna end 2-2 with Manchester United Brentford, and then we're gonna move on to another game. Chelsea, they play Burnley. Burnley have won their first game of the Premier League against Luton away in midweek Tuesday. They beat Luton 2-1. Very good result for Vincent Kompany to get his first Premier League win of the season. On the other end, Chelsea won their game against Fulham Monday night. Brilliant result for Chelsea. So you see both teams coming in a little bit of form, a little bit of mojo, but I think Chelsea gonna be just too good for Burnley. I think we're going. this game gonna play at Burnley, but with the attacking powers Chelsea have right now, they're getting back players from injury. I just think Chelsea gonna have too much for Burnley, and I expect Burnley to play good football. They keep the ball really nice and stuff like that, but I think defensively and they look poor. Plus, um, their cutting edge up top is not really too good. So I think if Chelsea play or they play against Fulham, I think Chelsea gonna win this game very comfortably, and I think this game gonna end 2-0 win to Chelsea. Another clean sheet for Robert Sanchez. So yeah, and then we're gonna move on to another game. There's a very good game against Brighton against Liverpool. That's gonna be a really exciting game as well. Both teams play very exciting football. Brighton coming off of a loss in their last Premier League game, plus they draw midweek in the Europa League. They were done 2-0 and they find a way to come back in that game against Marseille away in the Europa League. Liverpool lost their last Premier League game against Tottenham. That was a very controversial game. We all know what's happened, the offside, the red card, etc. And then Liverpool won. They won their Europa League game midweek. They won that game. So I think Liverpool are in very good form, even though they lost their last Premier League game against Tottenham. And Brighton, on the other hand, they have been having a very up and down season in the Europa League and in the Premier League. They start the season really good, but I feel like with the Europa League midweek and the Premier League on the weekend, it's gonna take a lot of hold of them. I can see Liverpool win this game, go in there, boss the game. But I think this game gonna be a very high scoring game as well. I'm gonna go for a 3-2 win for Liverpool. Yeah, because Brighton I just look very vulnerable at the back. I think Liverpool do lead goals too, but I think they score a lot of goals as well. So I'm gonna go for a Liverpool win. And that's gonna be another lose for Brighton again because they last week against Aston Villa. They got smashed. So the Zerbi need to get it a little right. So yeah, we're gonna move on to another game. Luton versus Tottenham. That's gonna be the early kickoff game on Saturday. Tottenham just gonna have too much for Luton. Luton lost midweek against Burnley. And yeah, I think Tottenham just gonna have too much for Luton. Tottenham beat Liverpool last week, that controversial game as well. And Tottenham just on a roll. You know, they look very impressive this season. They're scoring a lot of goals. Song look back himself, Madison, so I think Tottenham gonna win that game 3-0. 3-0 to Tottenham. That's gonna be another lose for Luton. And then Everton versus Burnley. Both teams in a weird form. Both teams lost their last game. Everton went and beat Brentford, and then you would think that they would have been in a very good form, and they lose to Luton at home. So you never know what to get from Everton. And Bournemouth, on the other hand, they've been having a very struggle season so far. So I'm not sure what to get from Bournemouth. So even though Everton at home, you just expect Everton gonna lose, right? Like they're just not convincingly. Every time sometime you watch them, you're like, what did they don't know what they're doing. So I think Bournemouth are very good attacking players wise, and they could hit Everton on the break. So I think Bournemouth gonna win this game. I think Bournemouth gonna beat Everton 2-1 to Bournemouth. And then there's another game, Fulham against Sheffield United. I watched Fulham Monday. They didn't really have a lot. Didn't really see anything from them, but Sheffield United have been the worst team this season. So I think this game probably is going to be Fulham 1-0. Fulham doesn't really have a lot of attacking powers. Sheffield United have been very bad defensively. So, and they don't really create a lot of chances. They don't really do a lot up front. So I think Fulham going to win that game 1-0. That's a 1-0. And then Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace beat Manchester United in their last Premier League game. Nottingham Forest draw at home. Crystal Palace have looked very good defensively, attackingly. They don't really create a lot of chances, but I feel like they will have enough up front. And they're always very good at Selhurst Park and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have a lot of good players, but I just think it's not clicking right now. They got Hudson Odoi. They have that Nigerian striker Uwogi. They have a lot of good players, but it's just not clicking right now. So I think Crystal Palace with a very good defensively team could hurt Nottingham Forest. Especially Nottingham Forest is not really good out of the way. So I think you see Crystal Palace with that win from United winning into this game, win that game 2-1. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Crystal Palace. And then there's another really good game. West Ham versus Newcastle. Both teams in very good form. West Ham have won their last game. Newcastle have won their last game. Plus on top of that, Newcastle have smashed PSG in the Champions League. So they're coming in this game in very great form, very great, confident. West Ham have won their last game too in the Europa League. So I think both teams are coming in this game in good form. West Ham and Newcastle have started the season really good. But I think Newcastle gonna have too much for West Ham, even though it's gonna be at the London Stadium. But I think Newcastle gonna narrow win this game 2-1. And then they have another game. I think this game is a derby. Wolves versus Aston Villa. Wolves have won their last game. They beat Man City. Aston Villa have smashed Brighton. So both teams coming in this game with a little bit of form as well. This game is gonna play at the Wolves Stadium. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win for Wolves because I really like impressed how Wolves look this season. Neto and Kone, I really like how Wolves look. Aston Villa, they have a lot of attacking powers, but I just like how Wolves play. You know, I just love how they play. They play very fast, quick on the break and stuff. So I'm gonna go with a Wolves win, but that's my roundup for the weekend games, people. Let me know your opinion. What do you think gonna happen in that big match on Sunday against Arsenal, against Man City? And just share your opinion. Smash a like on the video. And this is your boy Daniel. I'm out.